2 days before we leave for our rescue trip. We will be traveling from eastern central Illinois to northwest Arkansas. We're going to try to rescue a Dodge truck. It is a 76, I believe, 225, slant 6, 4-speed. Very similar to this one. This one is a 440 instead of the 225. I'm hoping that we will be able to drive it home. Looking forward to it. In preparation, I've got a bunch of parts that I've been collecting over the past couple weeks, and I'm getting ready to put this head back together, so we will have a spare head just in case. Had 100 thousandths milled off of this at the machine shop, so that should give us a little bit more compression if we have to put the head on. Might make it run a little bit better. The slant 6s were really off as far as the compression. Some of them could have had like 7.5. Factory rating was like 8.2, but everything I've read about them and from my experience, they generally have a lot lower compression than what they're factory advertised as. So 100 thousandths will give it a little bit more compression, hopefully make it run a little bit better. So I'm gonna start putting this head back together, put new seals in it, and we'll have it ready to go for the trip in 2 days. It's gonna be a lot of fun. This is just a brief overview of the parts we've gathered up so far. Everything you need to try your best to rescue a vehicle. Got hose clamps, timing light, towels, brake clean, coil I pulled off of my MG, electric fuel pump, as many of these little clear fuel filters as I could find. Got the fuel pump, spark plugs, cap and rotor. There's rear brake shoes and rear wheel cylinders in here. Got radiator hoses. There's an alternator over here. It's good. Don't worry about the little clicking noise. It's all good. So yeah, compression tester that we're going to be taking with us. Yeah, this is just the start. We're going to be gathering up parts for tonight and tomorrow and planning on leaving the next day. And of course, you got to bring this with you. Gives you all the info you could possibly need on one of these trucks. So yeah, that's what it looks like so far. Okay, it is 3 o'clock in northwest Arkansas. We just got here about 20 minutes, half hour ago. We've been looking the truck over. So far, we've got the plugs out of it, and I've sprayed PB Blaster down the cylinders. Dad has got a pipe wrench on the alternator and was able to push on the belt and get the motor to turn over a full revolution. You got a full revolution, right?
Yeah.
So far, haven't got super far yet, but we don't see anything that is gonna kill us right out the gate. So, Kellen, come out here. So, Kellen is with us. He is doing the video recording, and he's also going to be helping on the truck and everything. So, are you excited?
Yeah.
Okay. What do we got to do next, do you think?
I mean, I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I haven't.
Well, if you don't know, I don't know what we're going to do.
We brought you because we thought you'd know.
So, I got to pull the valve cover off, and I'm going to make sure all the valves are actuating. I'm going to pull that rocker shaft off and make sure all the valves, the top of the valve stems, are on the same plane. That'll tell me if one of the valves is sunk in the head and bad. That'll tell us pretty quick whether or not we got to throw a head on it. We do have a spare head, so if that does happen, we're not going to be up a creek. It'll just add a little bit more time.
inside someplace, does it?
Maybe, I haven't started looking yet.
Got to be way loose, don't they? It's flat tap, but
Yep.
non-hydraulic, right?
Yep.
So. Hammer tap. Why don't you spray them all down real quick?
Back up if it's on.
It's all the way down?
It's open.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yep, I'm with you. Hang on.
Man, I can't believe it.
There it comes, there it comes. Hang on. Yeah, it's not stuck. That's good. We need to watch that one back there, but I think it's, like you said, this one was. I think it's pulled it down now because it was fine a while ago. Oops, sorry, bud. Here, I want to show you how to turn this thing on. That goes, that's the big wire going to the
Yep. That's the amp.
main power.
That should be there.
See, I think that tab right
This-
there broke off, isn't it? It kind of looks like this side here, only without the.
This. I would have thought this was.
I'm gonna set this. Yes. I'm gonna set it. Now I'm gonna set it right here on the ground. We might have to build us a temporary tray or something. Set it in there that way, but this isn't long enough to go down to it with that ground on there. So.
What's that?
I used to laugh at it. He'd get an extension cord. Of course, you never knew if the receptacle was going to work or not. But before he ever even tried, he said, "This receptacle probably don't work." Every one. I've never seen him start one. Go to one way, didn't say that.
Go straight to the.
What happens if you just touch it? It's loose, so you have to. Check continuity on them cables. I thought they had the best clamps for what we had.
Did you bring feeler gauges?
Yep, I threw a set in.
Okay, I'm glad you did, because I. But if we got power, I ought to be able to. I'll be making it.
Huh. Oh, we want to pull it?
Yeah.
There's no cable hanging down there, is there?
What do you mean?
No positive cable hanging off of it any place?
No.
What do you need to pull it? Is there 2 bolts or 3?
2 bolts.
5/8 or?
Maybe.
I see. Is there a shield on the bottom of that bell housing? Yeah, it's got to come off. There's a mice nest in there.
So what are you doing here?
We have to pull the starter because we hooked the battery up and we could not get it to do anything. Wouldn't even click. So we want to pull the starter off and test it on the bench and see if we can get it to work. And while I was pulling the starter, Dad said that there's a mouse nest in the bell housing. So I'm gonna have to pull the dust cover off and pull that mouse nest out so it doesn't ruin our clutch when we try to leave. That's what we're doing right now.
See that white down in there?
Starter's junk.
Put some jack stands under it. That okay with you?
Yep.
That one out here before.
we got with the new clutch and yeah, there's a lot more on there. Compressor?
No, I just need a.
Oh, back up.
My little my little pass-through gear wrench socket set.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of this stuff is on the tailgate by people.
Need me to get it?
Yeah. Shut it before you bring it so you don't trip and lose all my sockets. What? Thank you. Yep.
How much more house hair are you gonna inhale?
Trying to get this dust cover off. Like never step of the way.
Being depressed at school,
Learning about polygons.
polygons and diagonals and
Okay.
pentagrams and whatever.
Take that.
Oh, I don't want to touch it. Ew, it's gross. They're gonna live through this too. Something. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Alright, I got it pretty well cleaned out.
Do you see any stuck up in, like the clutch has been pushed in with it running or anything? What got it all up in there? Working on a starter, trying to get it back together, and it's a pain. It's a real pain, but I'm getting close.
Well, since we can't turn the motor over yet until we get a working starter, I've gone ahead and starting on doing the rear brakes. One of them was totally apart. Got Masters, put wheel cylinders on it, and trying to get this all together so we can start putting that together. So hopefully tomorrow we'll be a little bit ahead of the game.
Screwdrivers might be a
Look
magnet.
at this.
So it is day 2 of the truck rescue. We are headed back up the mountain. We came down last night, went into Fayetteville and got a hotel room, and went out to dinner and had a good night's sleep. Now, after making a couple stops in town, heading back up to start working on the truck. We did get the starter. It arrived first thing this morning, so we're going to put the starter in and try to get the engine to turn over. One of us, Dad or me, is going to have to run into town here in another hour or two because I've got the master cylinder that's going to be in, and then I also got ignition module and the starter relay that are both going to be in, so we're going to have to make a run back into town to get that stuff. So, yep, that's what we're doing this morning.
Yeah.
It's going to take a while. You thought you were just going to be a cameraman, didn't you? Don't let any of that stuff get in your eyes. Hey, there's a spider right there.
There's no spider right now. I seen it. I'm dumb.
Almost got it. Let me feel. Yep, you're good. Good job. Spark plugs are still out. Just wanna. I've got the bleeder shut.
They're in my pocket.
Oh, you took it out?
This is the front, right? The back one is the front. Yeah. Got something? Yeah. I'll let you check this one while I ain't worried about the backs unless you are. Okay, so you want to check the backs while we're doing it?
Yeah. I mean, I don't care. We can wait too. So, got the starter. Kellen got the starter in. Got it wired up. Dad got new cables. In it and dump some fuel down it just for the fun of it.
See what happens. Okay. They're all good. They're all moving and returning. Okay. Great. That's good. That's victory. I'm gonna unhook the battery cable for now. Okay.
Can you get a close up?
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, battery's hooked up. So.
Get a close up. I want it like right here so we can see.
Everybody clear of the fan?
Yeah. Nothing. Nothing. I wonder, the ballast resistor's bypassed, so we should have 12 volt. Should have 12 volts all the time. You got 12 volts to start.
Can't say I got a lot of confidence in that. Look at all them tape joints there. There's an exposed one, but I mean, it's still together. Yeah, I don't know, son. We can
do it again. Hang on. Am I doing this right? Should just be able to lay it on the threads, right?
Good.
Okay. Nothing. Oh yeah. What's that? All the insulation off the back of this picture.
Kind of like an epoxy they pour in there to insulate it and all, and it deteriorates after time. that bolt there with the big washer on it. If that's the right size, you can use it in that tray. If that's the right size, the one you dropped, it won't go in. The nut that it's supposed to go into on the battery box is stripped out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's way small. H6B.
Yeah, all 5 of those wires going to that plug have been. It's like they just put a new end on it, really. Jericho, that might be a neutral safety switch. It goes down. Yeah, probably. It goes down that way.
They probably use the
Same harness?
same harness for all the trucks.
Could be. Kellen, I need you in the truck, bud.
All right.
Roll down the window if you would so you can hear me, okay? Okay, so that brake pedal's the big pedal in the middle. You got the gas pedal, the brake pedal, and the clutch pedal. The one in the middle is the one we want. Well, I don't want you remember how far I had you pushing it yesterday?
Yeah.
I don't want you to go any farther than that. I want you to do that, push it down that far and then let up. Okay, go again. Just keep doing it. Nice and easy. Okay, stop for a couple minutes, or for a few seconds. I'll tell you when to start again, okay? Do it a couple more times. Just don't go any farther than that, okay? Don't go any farther down than what I showed you yesterday. Not getting any bubbles at all yet. Yeah. Oh, not quite so far, okay? Jericho, give me them red handle pliers, please. Just stop a second, Kellen. You're doing great. Again. Just keep doing that. Nice and slow. Let it sit for a few minutes. We're actually doing it by their procedure, so we'll. Okay, I'm happy there for now. Is the pedal still going? Now see if the pedal goes all the way to the floor. Great. Okay, we're done for a little bit. Huh? Oh. I'm guessing this is what goes back, hadn't I?
If you want. Okay, so we're going to gap these. There's 6 of them. So take them out. You see this gap right here?
Yeah.
We want that to be 40 thousandths. So you see this? This gives you thousands. So that's 20 thousandths, 30 thousandths, 40 thousandths. So you spin this all the way. See that we went just a little past 40? That's fine. As long as it doesn't go to 45, we're good. So I want you to check all 6 of these. Check it, put it in your pocket, grab a new one. Check it, put it in your pocket. When you get done, let me know, okay?
There's gas. I'm gonna get ready.
Okay.
Here. Put new plugs in?
Why not?
No.
Debate.
No reason. I just asking. I didn't realize you plugged. I guess you prop plugged in.
Yeah.
Where can I throw these?
Throw it in the trash bag.
Jericho, I'm gonna throw the front wheel back on.
Okay.
Raining, but it's not blowing, it's not raining real hard. We got the canopy up and it's keeping a lot of it off the engine bay. So
Hang on, we're not going to be able to use that extension.
I think so. We've got the new starter on it. It cranks over. We've got Jericho said we got spark, so he put a new ignition module on it and stuff. So they're putting the spark plugs in right now. So we're getting ready to give it a whirl pretty soon. Love you,
Supposed
bye.
to tighten these?
What's that?
I'm just supposed to tighten these?
Yeah, if you want to. Here.
I already got this one tightened.
Well, I mean, you're going to have to put it on. You're going to have to put a wrench on it. But go ahead and move to the next one and get it in. Work all the way down while I try to find you the right stuff.
Give me that 4-way back there, please. Just 4. Hey, that Pole Barn Garage guy says if 4 won't hold it, 5 never would have.
This one will go in.
Huh?
This one will go in.
Let me see. Gotta find the right key. There you go.
Is that the one I put on the dash of the van? Or truck, I mean, dash of the truck?
No,
That was a small one. I haven't seen it then, son. I can't get this. Huh? It's there someplace, but I haven't got it out.
I'm going. Go. And I'll try to show you how snug I want them. They don't got to be crazy tight, Hercules, okay?
Hercules.
You just want a good little pull on them, all right? Feel that pull on. That's how snug I want them, okay?
Yep.
Hang on.
What's going on?
Nothing, I'm just trying to get fuel in it and making a mess of it.
What I do? Put the big hole in.
Okay, go ahead. It's already acting like it wants to pump fuel. Okay, hang on. Okay.
What did I do wrong on that?
Nothing, it's just hard to regulate.
Did you unhook the oil pressure sending unit wire?
Yeah,
Okay, I was gonna say that red light's not on. So.
Okay, so where we're at now is we weren't getting fuel to the fuel pump, so I replaced the fuel pump. Still wasn't getting fuel, so we traced it back all the way to the tank, and we weren't getting any fuel to the tank from the tank. So I had to drop the fuel tank. The sending unit was rusted solid, so we got that back cleaned out because we can't find a sending unit anywhere other than online. And online, I don't want to have to wait for it. We replaced the master cylinder, voltage regulator, ignition module. We finally got spark and got to fire off, so now we're just trying to get all the other systems straightened out so that we'll be able to run it. So we got to run back into town and get a fuel line that was, a brake line was blown behind the fuel tank, so we had to drop the tank anyway to fix that line. So we got to go to town and get that line replaced, or get that line before I can put the tank back in. So. Whoa. Okay, so I am almost back to the truck from our second trip into town for the day, for my second trip into town for the day. Dad and Kellen stayed at the truck to try to get some more stuff done. I had to come in town and get some brake parts, of brake lines, some brake fluid. Went ahead and got heater hoses while I was there. The truck runs. The carburetor was not letting fuel get through it, so Dad has the carburetor apart right now, trying to fix that. They do not have a rebuild kit in stock, so, and we can't get one anytime soon, so we're just gonna have to make it work. The tank is still out of the truck until I get this fuel line replaced, and I will start putting the tank back in. So yeah, it's been a lot of stuff that I wasn't expecting to have to do, but that's what happens whenever you work on a truck that hasn't been driven in years. Some paperwork inside the truck that we found. The latest paperwork we could find was from 2004. The old guy I bought it off of, super nice guy, he said that his dad bought it brand new in '76 and it's never been out of the family. He said they used it around the farm and stuff after they quit driving it on the road. So it's probably been 6 or 7 years since it's been started. The condition that we found everything in, it wouldn't surprise me if it was a lot longer. everything has been bad on them. So we're working through it though. It's been fun. I've got rust in my eyes, soaking wet. I smell like gasoline from getting sprayed with gas a few times. Just good day.
Yeah, see, it's still running out of fuel. Go again. Hang on, let me shoot it some. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull that carb back off while you're putting the fuel tank back under, I reckon. So.
I just got my butt kicked by this. Worst oil filter ever.
We got the truck running. Oh, I mean him and Dad. Dad is currently driving up the road. He's gonna come around through here and back down through here.
Yeah, it was running.
Oh, did it stop? Uh-oh.
We got a video right off the bat.
Yep. I think Tom already started.
Are you videoing? Huh? I think so. I don't see the other stuff. Yeah, that's too loose. Got to be some more of that around here because we didn't use it all, did we?
You know where the hose clamps ran off to?
No. I think they're all in that magnetic tray.
Well, I think that I threw a whole bunch of smaller hose clamps from our drawers in. Maybe this cardboard box.
I got my knife in my pocket. That look okay to you?
Yes.
Got one already. That's that fitting needs to be tightened up, son. I'll get her. I'm glad you have feelings. You want me to do it or you want to do it?
You can do it. You got stuff to pour down it?
Yes, there's two bottles someplace full. I think they're... You worried about it?
Hang on. I can hook it up real quick. Weird. Nothing. Shit.
What?
I just dropped that little pin.
That's not going to be easy to find.
Next bit. Yeah. There you go. Good. Oh,
I'm working on it. PCV line and hold your finger over the carb on that.
Okay. Hey Dad, that cam plate thing for the is flipped around, so it's not.
I got it in the wrong spot.
Well, I already flipped it around once. I thought it was wrong. You might have had it right, but
Okay.
we might have to just wire it in place to keep it, because
For the choke?
well, the cam plate is the throttle stop.
Oh, okay. a vacuum leak here. So we took the PCV line back up. That's not hurting anything. Off of it.
Fell off that thing. So I'm gonna pull that.
We don't know.
We hope not.
Hope not.
No offense.
Yeah, I hope not. Didn't sound right, did it? That's not what we meant. Does that fuel delivery look funny to you?
Yeah, it's already having trouble. That tank is plugging up again.
Oh, come on.
Well, yesterday it was full. I think we ought to blow through it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pull the rod off of the brake pedal so I can see if I can adjust it to give us a little bit more brake pedal. The brakes work, but it's all the way at the bottom of the travel. So I'm gonna see if we can make that a little better. Smile at. Come on here. Dad, you too. So this is the third day. It is 11 o'clock in the morning. Yesterday started out really, really well and kind of ended in a panic because we could not make the truck run. The carburetor, we just could not work with it. And I spent about an hour online trying to locate a carburetor, trying to locate a rebuild kit, couldn't get any of it. And this carburetor that's on this truck apparently is the only one in existence. We were pretty much resigned to start flat towing for home and trying to find something along the way to get it running and pick up the trip wherever we landed. Well, the people we bought the truck off of, their son walked by and asked us how we were doing, and we asked him if he knew anybody that had car parts, carburetors. He said, "Oh, I've got a carburetor sitting up at the garage. Single barrel, that's just what we need." So he came and brought it to us. He pulled it off of his Jeep, but it's actually a Rochester off of like a 60s inline 6 Chevrolet. So we ran back up to the hotel room at the end of the night, and we happened to go by O'Reilly's, and we got they had a rebuild kit in stock. So Dad rebuilt the carburetor on the table at our Best Western hotel room last night. We came up here, had a great night's sleep, got cleaned up and everything, had a good night, came up here first thing in the morning, threw the carburetor on, and it runs great. So in the process of cleaning out the truck this morning, I found the rear brake line that we didn't have in stock, couldn't get anywhere anytime soon. So threw that on, so we now have all the brakes work, the engine runs, everything is in good shape, and everything just kind of happened at the last minute. So that was really, really good experience. We're ready to start heading for home. Linda and Bruce. Linda and Bruce have been great. If they want to come in and say hi, come on. And
let us have a picture of you. So,
just so we have a.
Over here. Okay.
And this truck, let me make sure that we got a good. Oh yeah. And this truck was actually Bruce's dad's. He bought it brand new. And so he's technically the second owner, I'm technically the third, but this is the first time it will have been out of the family since it was bought new in '76. I think the truck deserves to be saved. I like old Dodges. I'm familiar with them. I think they're good old trucks, and I'm happy to keep the tradition alive and be able to do something with it. Thank you so much for the experience. You guys it was great.
It's our
Very,
pleasure,
very,
man.
very fun.
you guys have been wonderful.
It's been amazing. Colin, it's glad to see you too, buddy.
I have one little point I'd like to make. I was telling Kellen yesterday, it's a '76 truck. I was his age. He's 13. He's almost 14. I was his age when this truck was brand new.
Oh, wow.
So I thought that was kind of interesting.
That's cool.
So
That's cool.
yep, that's
So-
all I got.
So let's try to run through all the stuff that we've done. So Thursday night, or no, I'm sorry, Wednesday night. We got here and
we couldn't get it running because we couldn't get the starter to work.
Yeah.
I took the starter apart and tried to get it going, and it would not. It was burn up. It would not go.
So we pulled the starter out. I dropped the dust cover and cleaned the mouse nest out of the clutch. Had a big old mouse nest in it. And then we started on the back brakes. The back brakes, one side was gone, disassembled. The other side was together. I put new wheel cylinders, new shoes, new hardware kit on the back brakes.
They had new shocks in the truck for the front. We put those on.
Thursday morning, checked the valve lash, got the new spark plugs in, did all that, got it running, and thought we were in good shape, and so we started messing with the brakes. Got the brakes okay, but never could get any fluid to the back brakes.
You had to put a new ignition module.
Yeah, we did.
And voltage regulator on it.
Yeah, we did all the Dodge stuff: ignition module, voltage regulator, and in the process of doing that, we had the brakes okay. We thought the front brakes were going to get us by. We couldn't get the back brakes to work, and we couldn't find the hose that we needed for the rear brakes. So we were just going to run on the fronts. Started back to tinker with the motor, and we could not get the motor to idle. Spent the whole rest of the night fighting that. In the process of that, we found out the alternator wasn't charging. I happened to have a spare alternator off of my 440 Dodge that I brought, threw it on, so now that's charging. It's just the wipers were totally disassembled. I got the stuff to put them all back together because we're supposed to be, basically the whole way home is going to be raining or wet weather. So I got the wipers. I just got to get new inserts for them, and we'll have working wipers. So, and then this morning we found the brake line, got the rear brakes going, we got all 4 good brakes. Truck is running good. It needs a little bit of choke to start up, but once it starts up, no issues. So we're going to head for home. This is going to be the ending of the first half of the adventure. So thank you guys again.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Okay, we have stopped at Mammoth Springs. We have made it about 190 miles so far today. No trouble with the truck to speak of, really. Had an issue with the throttle shutting too far at one point and killing it, but other than that, no problems. The driver's side front brake caliper has been getting hot, locking up every now and then and making it run real hot, but we've just been ignoring that, and it seems to have fixed itself. So we've made it the past 50 miles or so with no brake issues. It was locked up, but it wasn't actually working, so anytime I hit the brakes, the truck would just lurch really, really hard into the ditch, which is preferable to lurching into traffic, but that seems to have taken care of itself. So you just ignore things sometimes and they fix themselves. So we're just gonna check out the springs.
Gallons an hour.
at Mammoth Spring Lodge. The car is driven, I don't know how many miles, but we have made it to Mammoth Spring Lodge. So we're gonna chill out here for the night. Dad and Paul are fixing the truck there. I'm gonna get the Dodge manual, and then we're gonna try and get some stuff finished before it starts to rain real bad. So we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, it does. Like a new one. Crap, I didn't get that other bolt out of the other carburetor. To get the right thread size. I think I can. If they got them that long, I don't even know if they'll have anything that long or not here.
Probably not. They might have like an alternate kit in like the performance stuff. Morning. It's 4th morning. We are getting ready to head out. We just got out of the hotel room. We are going to stop at O'Reilly's. I'm gonna try to wire up a tack in this thing so I know what speed the engine is. That'll help me. It's loud enough I can't hardly hear the engine, but totally cold. Let's see if we can start it up. I gotta get my keys out first. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we got it running. What happened was last night when we got into Mammoth Springs, we went to O'Reilly's, and I ran all day yesterday with no air cleaner, and it started raining last night, and I decided I really wanted to put air cleaner on it, so found a air cleaner stud kit. It was like 6 inches long, and to get it down, I didn't have any way to cut the stud off, so I just screwed it down into the carburetor, knowing last night it was going to affect the choke. Well, this morning I totally forgot about it, and when I turned the choke on, the choke doesn't move because that stud's in the way, so it didn't want to start up. But fired up after I got the choke closed, no problem. So we're going to head to O'Reilly's, and I'm going to try to get a working cigarette lighter for power for my phone, so this kid has something to do while we're driving. And I think I'm going to wire up that tack, and then we will start heading for home.
It's rainy and cold this morning, so Jericho's working on cleaning up the door frame so he can put some weather stripping on there. He's got some stick-on weather stripping he's trying to put on.
What happened?
I puked.
Why did you puke?
Oh no.
So it's 10:30 in the morning. We have officially left the hills of southern Missouri and northern Arkansas. We are in more of the flatlands of Missouri, heading towards So it's done this about 4 times on me now today. Cruising down the road, no trouble at all. Everything's fine. Whenever I come off of the highway or road or whatever to go get gas or go to the bathroom or whatever, it dies. And what's happening is there is a throttle stop on this linkage on this carburetor, and the vibrations from it being on the road, I think, are letting it back out enough that the carburetor, the throttle plates are going shut enough that it's just not giving it enough air and fuel to keep it running. So we are, yeah, there's the spring with no screw on it.
Is that the same thread? Just use the whole screw if it works.
I'm afraid that's going to be too long.
Well, that's fine then. You want to use this other? We got another spring there we could throw on.
So the carburetor that we never could get running has the right spring on the throttle adjustment screw.
It's not the same thread.
It's not?
Doesn't feel like it here. You want to try that shorter spring there?
That's definitely not the same thread.
No, just a spring, not the.
Yeah. And hopefully this will fix the issue. It's not a problem other than every time it seems like it dies is whenever I've got people waiting on me or I'm trying to turn in somewhere and then it doesn't want to restart. We got to pull the air cleaner off and give it a little extra fuel to get it going. Once it gets going, it's fine, but for some reason it's not exactly happy.
How you feel? No more issues.
But we are about 20 miles from Cairo, Illinois, which is the southernmost point of the state. So we get there and we will be in our home state. Probably the first time this truck has ever been in Illinois for sure. It might be the first time the truck has ever left Arkansas. I'd say it's probably a pretty good bet it's the first time the truck has ever crossed the Missouri River. So, yep, that's where we're at. Just keep making progress. Good job. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Wait. Did you think we were gonna make it?
My third big rescue, and we finally made it all the way home with something. The first one was the fire truck, we didn't make it. The second one was the Jeep in Minnesota. And now this one for me, and we made it with this one. None of the other two made it, so.
I wasn't with you for the. You were on your own for the Jeep.
The Jeep, yeah, I was on me and Tina on that one. But yesterday morning, I wouldn't have give you very much for our chances with the brakes getting hot, and I still never had a lot of confidence in the alternator.
I didn't have a good feeling with the brakes either. But hang on, I want to get a picture. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Love you, man.
Love you. Hey, love you.
We had a good time.
Yep.